Air signs, for the week ahead, there may be a little bit of a challenge awaiting you, and the focus of it seems to be about a relationship, shared resources, money, but it sort of feels very coupley because the Lovers card was the first card out, and that does indicate obviously a pair of people. Now, it looks as though you had a relationship or have a relationship that has really moved you to a new area of feeling peace. One way or another, you are feeling at the start of the week like you've got everything. You're the cat that got the cream, cat that got the canary. You are feeling very emotionally fulfilled and ticking along happily in your life here. But then there does look to be a wild card energy here. I usually get very excited about a wild card because I'm an optimist. This seems to be at the hand of a man you are very emotionally connected to, or it is a water sign, masculine energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or yeah, just your significant other, or a man who is very emotional, in touch with his emotions. Now, it seems to me, these two cards, because I was trying to get to the bottom of what this change is, it seems to strike anxiety or fear within you, and it seems related to too much partying or too many people in the mix. So maybe a flirtation with someone else, or just something that should be celebratory goes a bit sour. There is just something very unexpected here that is going to shift you out of this really happy state quite quickly. And we see what's going to happen here. You are going to be grappling, trying to figure out what to do. This is my card of internal conflict. And part of you doesn't want to look at it at all. Part of you just wants to blindfold, like, nah, block your ears, can't see anything. You just want to stay in denial here. But we did hear that, we did get this card out here of you know what to do. So you kind of know deep down that you can't just let this one slide. There is something deeper going on here that it has really got you into a state of a bit of turmoil. So the energy that the universe wants you to lean away from is being too guarded. So it could be that your fears are triggered, but they're not really fears that are valid, maybe. Because look, you've got the card out of you are what you think. So if you feel insecure, if you don't feel like you are enough, obviously those kinds of, any kind of situation, maybe it's a flirtation at a party that got out of hand or something like that, is going to send you off the deep end. But if you're secure in yourself, you can go, oh, I caught you flirting with that person, WTF, and kind of let it go, or not be threatened by it, as long as it's not something that's going to continue. So it really does come down to your own self-belief, your own self-worth. You are being urged both to summon your power through this, and by that it sort of means standing firm by what you believe in, what you expect, know your value, and don't get triggered too easily, but don't also let things slide if they are an egregious affront to all of your boundaries. You've got to stand up and say no. You are being called this week to mother yourself, to give yourself a lot of compassion. So that does seem to say that you've got to be strong and you've got to look after yourself this week. So it does feel like it's not just a misunderstanding. But anyway, the energy to lean away from was being very, very guarded, shutting down. So maybe staying present and talking about things is one of the ways forward here. Interestingly, the energy to lean towards is one of self-confidence. This message seems to be coming through quite a bit here with the you are what you think, and also summoning your power, really feeling your strength, because when things happen, they give you a bit of a wobble. You can feel very off-center and a little bit fragile or vulnerable. So this is actually urging you to lean towards victory, strength, public. It's very much being in the public eye, so not hiding anything. Keep everything up front, and work in this situation from a position of strength. On top of your horse, this is the card of the battle that has been won. So lean into this, this feeling that you're going to come out of this a winner in some way. Of course, if this is a relationship and it's not a complete explosion breakup, then you want to make sure it's a win-win situation, obviously, but it'll be different for everybody. There does seem to be fruition at the end of this. So you reap what you sow is what this card is all about. So if you've put in the hard yards, if you've done good work, if you've worked hard to build a relationship, you will get rewarded for that. But, you know, it's kind of, is there a strong foundation here? If so, the rewards are going to come. So, you know, I need to pull some more cards. I don't feel I'm done with this reading. I need to get a bit more advice here. What do air signs need to understand about this situation? Okay, well, we got this card out again. You may recognize it from when it appeared the first time from a different deck. This is the card of internal conflict. So you might be battling yourself here. It might be something that isn't as bad as you think, because we've got the joyful sun card out here. So this does seem to be saying, you know, lean into the expectation that there will be a happy outcome from this. Getting to pull one more card. Queen of Pentacles. So you are seen, or you through this is the energy for you to channel, which is very you. It is solid, grounded, confident, stable. So just channel that energy. You can get to this position, you know, despite what happens this week. And if it is a misunderstanding, you will come out of this by clearing the air, feeling more secure, and also feeling more joyful. So maybe this is a little blessing in disguise. Yeah, so there's baggage and spilt milk scenario that we'll need dealing with. But the card of childhood came out. So you may need to examine any childhood wounds that you may be carrying in case that has amplified this. You know, it might be bad 5 out of 10 in the realistic scale, but because of what's happened to you in your childhood, you might be going straight to 10 out of 10 emergency. Or it could be to do with a child, your children, or this could be saying try and take an innocent view of the situation. Try not to get too much into your own head, fighting with yourself about this. Leap of faith is required here. So you may just have to leave some old limiting beliefs behind and graduate to a new place. Or maybe this is the end of something. It is time for you to move on from something. Maybe you cannot deny it any longer. In that case, there is stability ahead for you, and there is sort of abundance, and there are rewards coming for you from doing the work. So look, this will apply in a different way to every different person out there. So just take it as it resonates for you, interpret it towards your circumstances. And if you would like a personal reading, visit my website, abundancelovejoy.com. I would love to do a reading for you. Otherwise, this is Sarah, hoping that you get through this week unscathed and hopefully emerging from it feeling very much joyful, hopeful, strong and stable.